Okay, for you guys that wants to get these guide rods, you can get them for about $37, $38. Part number is 3411. I found out the measurement from this for the bolts here is M8 by 1.25 pitch, and I found through a description through this here company they're 185 millimeters long. Now you can make this from 5/16 inch round stock, which is what I did. This is what I came up with. Okay. This is 5/16 stock. Here's my M8 threads, 1.25. Had some balls, and I went ahead and just put some balls and screwed on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these bottom bolts out. And we're going to screw one of these in there on this side. Now we're going to take this bottom bolt on this side out. Now we'll screw that one in. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take out these top bolts here. Remember, these are 13 millimeters. And also going to get this one over here on this side. I'm on the driver's side on the lower left hand side of the radiator. I'm going to disconnect this here sensor right here. Got a tab. It will pull back a little bit and then just pull it right off. Okay. Also, these two connectors here, looks like we got a little bit of short line here. So I'm going to take these two connectors right here, see if we can't get them out of this here little plastic bracket. Let's see if we can't get this one over here. Let's see. Alright. Take it out of that little strap. Let's see, that probably may give us enough room now. Let's see how that's going to work for us. Okay. Okay, now we're going to move this lock carrier back. See if there's anything else here. Might be in our way, keeping us from coming back. That looks pretty good over here on this side. Okay. Now over here on this side, everything looks good. Okay, the only thing that's holding us back over here is the top radiator hose and the bottom radiator hose. But I believe that we have enough room that we can get down in there to work. Alright. Now you can see how it kind of wants to spring back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a 2x4 and I'm going to block it in here. Let me get a measurement. I think 10 inches will do it. Got me a 2x4. I got it cut to 10 inches in length. I'm just going to wedge it upside this here bottle there. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Let's see if we can do a little more on this side. Might can put a little bit one on that side too. Let's see here. That may be in there. I'm thinking, oh, looks like about 13 inches. Hey guys, got this here 2x4. It's in place, 13 inches long. Okay, I want to make a clarification what I said in a previous video. This here lock carrier I said was sit on top of the frame rail. Well, that's not true. And I picked that up in a forum somewhere saying that this here lock carrier sit up on top of the frame rail. But as you can look right here, here's a frame rail. This here assembly mounts right here. In fact, here's one of our bolts, our guide rod we have here. The other bolt mounts up to here. So once you take these 4 bolts out, this whole thing is going to drop. So just keep that in mind. And one other tip for you. What is worse than no information? That's right, misinformation. If you got misinformation, it's better to have no information. So anyway, there's some misinformation that I got picked up. So keep that in mind when you take this out. So when you take these 4 bolts out, you best have something underneath there. Oh, by the way, about these guide rods here that I made, if you can find some long enough bolts, and you probably can, but you probably have to order them off the internet, and I wasn't in a hurry, so we had some 5/16 rod here, and I just picked it up from Home Depot, got 3 foot of it for $3.50, had a die, so, you know, half an hour, I had the whole thing made. So if you can find some long enough bolts, you know, that'll be great. If not, be prepared to put some jack stands under here or something to support this assembly. And one other thing, I also mentioned too that this here cable for the hood latch assembly, that you know, they wanted us to disconnect this ball down here. There you go. You can see it pretty good now. You know, as far as this this assembly here, there's that slot that's open. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide this thing right on back in there and take care of that. So anyway, I'm going to close this video out, and then we'll start looking at this here secondary air pump, looking at vacuum lines, going over how the system works, do a little troubleshooting, and so we're going to close this video out. So you guys take care, and we'll see you guys in the next video.